What's up, Digitamers? Welcome to another video. Here at the BT1.0 we're only interested in the most fun and competitive decks. If that's what you're interested in, make sure you follow and subscribe down below. Today's deck is amazing, guys. I'm really interested to hear your opinion, and I want to see you guys playing this deck so you guys can tell me what I need to change and what doesn't work in this deck. Right now, I think this deck is almost perfect. It wins a lot. It's actually a real deck, and it's blue/purple, aggro/control. Amazing versatility, an amazing draw, and the answers basically to everything in the game right now, to be honest, in BT 1.0 for sure. So let's just jump right into right through the gates with the Digitama. I only run 4 Digitama, and their name of the game is consistency. That's why I run 4 Digitamas. Opamon, when attacking once per turn, if your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution sources, draw 1. Almost one draw every single turn. And we're going to attack a lot because we have Leomon and we have Gabumon, which are free Digimon that I just call out and kind of get rid of very quickly. So we're going to attack almost every single turn. Opamon, we need 4 of them. We don't want to see the Millenniummons. They're pretty iffy, man. They're so buggy to play. I've never gotten Millenniummon off. I've never got that 2000 DP off, and the 2000 DP is useless because it's only on your turn, so it doesn't even work on any blockers or anything. So it's such an iffy Millenniummon. I wouldn't play any Millenniummons right now. Moving on, let's go to the level 3s. Super simple. We run 2 3-cost level 3s. Is Gomamon. He gives you an inheritable when destroyed, gain 1 memory. That's super strong with Leomon. That gives you 3 memory altogether. And then the second level 3-cost Digimon for level 3 is Gabumon. When played, draw 1. Wow, amazing. So this is how I play the game. I Digitama first, Gomamon, and then I try to run Gabumon. So this is so much plussing. We just plus 2, and we gave him 3 mana, and we have 2 Digimon on the field that we could level to Leomon or a Gorillamon. So we have options now, and we have 2 draws. It's such a good start. You get the tempo of the game moving, and you're in a really good position. You do give your opponent 3 mana, but you're in a really good position with that 2 draw. That's how I really like to open my game. Sometimes I'll even play the 2 costs on top of my Opamon, just so I can get the extra draw from Gabumon. So really, the extra draw is actually useful. I really like it. Who doesn't like a free extra draw? You know what I mean? Next, we only run 2-cost Digimon because we realize that we see a lot of level 2s in our level 3s in our hand, and we want to call them out as soon as possible sometimes. And this is the best way to do that, is just to run 2-cost minions. You could call out, if you have a tamer, you could call out 2 of these every turn after you've leveled up a Gomamon. So you have 3 Digimon. Every single turn, guaranteed, you can toss them out and attack with them. Lots of value. Some people will think you're rookie rushing them because you're just tossing out so many blue, like, cheap units, and they have no idea what you have in the background. You know what I mean? Moving on, we played 11 level 4s. We just played, well, I don't know if I talked about Gomamon, but he's my other 2-cost 3000 DP. I only play him because he's 2-cost, no other reason. Him and Elecmon. Moving on, we run 11 grade 4s. We run 3 Gorillamon just for the cheap evolution. It's so hard to see this guy in your hand sometimes because it's 6 costs. It's so iffy. It's so wonky. I never have 6 mana. Sometimes I have 5 mana, but I never have 6 mana. So it's really hard to get off, hard casting. But Evo-wise, it's so much value, and it gets the Gomamon into effect, right? So even if I don't have a Leomon, I'm still gaining some memory. That's why I like playing this cheap Evo style. Blockers, we need a lot of blockers in this deck. If you're rushed, you lose. You have no answer to the blockers because we don't play any Heat Vipers, or you don't have any answer to rushes because we don't play any Heat Vipers. So you need a blocker. Blocker makes your opponent think before he attacks. Blockers are really good in the game. You need 4 of these. Finally, we played this whole core. We played all these cheap Digimon literally just for the Leomon. Leomon is so strong. He applies a lot of pressure into the map. When he's on the battlefield, your opponent is non-stop thinking. He's non-stop strategizing. Like, what is he gonna do? Where is he gonna go? How is he gonna? Where is he gonna attack? Should I block? Should I not block? Should I let him go? Is he gonna die to the security? Is he not? Do I want him to die to this? Your opponent is just sitting there calculating using his math tools that he's learned in 5th grade, and you're just sitting there. Okay, I'm probably just gonna auto attack every single turn, get a free draw, and potential of 2 extra memory, and maybe 3 if I have Gomamon under him. So much value, Leomon. Leomon puts a lot of pressure on the game, and it makes your opponent think. He starts to have to think. All right, moving on. Now we're talking about our purple Digimon. So we don't run any level 5 blue. Everything above level 5 and above is all purple, and this is for consistency again. I've seen decks that run 2 cores, 2 level 5 colors, and 2 level 6 colors. And I don't understand these decks. In my opinion, there's probably an inconsistency issue. How can you run 2 colors with 2 level of the same level 6s, and still have the same strategy every single game? You know what I mean? Obviously, there's consistency issues. That's why we just run all our high Digimon purple. Let's talk a little bit about the high Digimon. This actually is this deck works, guys. I know it looks weird, but this deck works. So this is the idea. The idea is you gain as much memory as you can from these cheap guys. So when you call these big guys, when you hardcast these big guys, like the Boltmon, which you can hardcast every single turn, right? You're hardcasting Boltmon every single turn. The idea is you want to get Millenniummon off as fast as possible. Once Millenniummon is off, you have so much tempo, you have so much drive, you have so much momentum in the game. Your opponent is probably just going to bust unless he has a way to get all security attacks off. You get all your security off. But once Millenniummon is on the field, your opponent busts. He's done playing the game. I promise you. You get rid of his strongest minion. Then you have a minion that never dies. And by the way, Millenniummon is also a target for Chimeramon. When you use Chimeramon, destroy Millenniummon, you get Millenniummon right back. Insane combo. Millenniummon changes the game. This is why I actually run purple level 5 and level 6s just so I can get off my Millenniummon. So let's talk about Chimeramon. Obviously, he's the only level 5 we run. But when played by destroying one of your other Digimon, destroying one of your opponent's level 5 or less Digimon. So it's by destroying one of your other Digimon, doesn't specify color. You destroy one of your opponent's level 5 or less Digimon. So free, any color. You just call him out, 7 mana, kill your Leomon, and basically give 5 mana to your opponent and get rid of his level 5. By the way, guys, if you get rid of your opponent's level 5, you win the game. If you can stop your opponent from playing a level 6, you win the game. You know, that's what I've noticed in this deck, and Chimeramon's able to stop it a lot. And let's say he does something crazy and Boltmons you, right? Because you can Boltmon every turn. So now he has a level 6 on the field. Yeah, but you're running purple core as well. You're running purple engine, so you have Trump Sword. You have Millenniummon to get rid of him. You know what I mean? Insane. You even might have maybe not on Boltmon, but even Wolfclaw could work. Let's say Chimeramon is on Boltmon. You get Wolfclaw out, get Chimeramon out, use his ability on his own Boltmon, and get another minion out, and then become another target for Lilithmon next turn. Oh, so much potential, so much maneuverability. This deck is so much fun. I love it. I cannot wait for you guys to use it and show me and show it off and let me know how you guys feel about it. Anyways, moving on. So we get 4 Chimeramons. They're enough. We don't need any more. We almost toss 1 out every single game. The idea is if you have a Chimeramon on the field, you want to see a Lilithmon on top of it. But if you don't, it's fine. Just toss a Boltmon out because you can toss Boltmon every single turn. He's a 10 mana. Boltmon is a 10 mana level 6. He's only 2 mana to Evo. He's very cheap. And 12,000 DP, really amazing. And he's your way to get to Millenniummon every single turn. You just toss him out to give your opponent 10 mana. Let's see how he answers Boltmon. What's he going to do to Boltmon? Is he going to just rush the field, or is he going to actually answer the Boltmon? If he answers the Boltmon, he loses. If he rushes the field, there might be a chance to win. Because there's just no way for me to get rid of your opponent. If you have like 4 minions here, Digimons here, there's just no way for me to control them. I have no way to stop them. They're just going to attack my security, and I'm hoping they die, each one of them. I hope each one of your Digimon die to my security. Okay, so Boltmon is the way for you to get Millenniummon out every single turn. And then Lilithmon is just an extra. We run 2 of her in this deck. When Digivolved, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, return 2 purple option cards from your trash to your hand. So this is what I was thinking in this deck. Let's say I'm losing the game, right? I have nothing left. I've had a Chimeramon for most of the game. I never leveled him up. I'm losing, right? So we play Lilithmon. We get a Trump Sword back. And now we have at least an option to answer, you know what I mean? And let's say we don't want to answer with Trump Sword. Let's say we use Vulcan's Hammer, we gain 3 memory. With Lilithmon, if you play an option card once per turn, get +2 memory. We use Vulcan's Hammer, we gain 3 memory, then we kill Leomon, gain another 3 memory with Gomamon on bottom, and we literally can Millenniummon for free, Trump Sword for 1 mana. So much power, so much value, you guys. I know this is gonna be one of the most favorite decks for some of you. I cannot wait to see you guys playing this. Let's move on to the option cards. Obviously, Trump Sword. This is why we play purple, is for this card, Trump Sword. We just want to see 3. We don't want to have too many of them. We will see it at least once per game, but we don't want too many because we have Matt Ishida's. That's our tamer. He returns 1 purple option or Digimon card from trash to your hand. So no matter what, even though you let's say you played Chimeramon and he got a way to get rid of it, then you played Boltmon and he got rid of it, just play Matt, get your Boltmon out back, and play him again. It's insane. There's so much value. So you'll never run off purple cards. You'll always have the purple cards you need. Also, we have Vulcan's Hammer, really good. I was thinking about adding Radiant Strike, which is the purple card that's 1 cost. That if you hit an insecurity, it gives you 2 memory. I want to add 4 of that. That's so much value. Your opponent will never want to hit security because he thinks he's just gonna give you mana memory. But Vulcan's Hammer just works. It makes sense. With Lilithmon, it's so much value, and also that 1 memory is really useful. You know, I've used it a lot. That 1 memory gain can put you in really good situations. So for sure, you want to run 4. We run 3 mats. We don't run them because we want Digitamers. We run him. We don't want him because we want Tamers. We run him because we want to get our purple cards back into our hands with no issues. Let's say we try this strategy. Let's say we try to kind of Boltmon off really early. We don't have any more Boltmons in our hand, but we do have a Millenniummon and we have a mat. He Trump Swords. He still has 3 mana. Calls another 2 units. So he's actually winning. So all I have to do is Matt Ishida and get my Boltmon back into my hand, and I get to call him back again. Lots of value, and Matt Ishida opens up a lot of options in this game. You don't need to run so many purples, you just run Mats, and every time you need a purple card from your graveyard, you just kind of play him and get that card back. And finally, this is the secret of this deck. Well, let's talk about Millenniummon first. Millenniummon is the buttery sauce in this deck. When Digivolved, return 1 of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. The Digimon Digivolution sources are discarded, and when destroyed, if this Digimon has Digivolution sources, you may play it from trash without paying its cost. By the way, this second ability works with Chimeramon. So let's say you call Chimeramon out, and you have no other options to kill except your own Millenniummon. So you kill your own Millenniummon, he comes back. Insane. Lots to do with Millenniummon. I think Millenniummon is much better than Omnimon, in my opinion, because when Millenniummon is on the field, it's super hard to get rid of him. Omnimons, they're pretty simple. You just kind of want to bust into him, or Trump Sword him or something. But Millenniummon, there's just no answer. And he can return an Omnimon. You know, he can just kill an Omnimon pretty simply. Omnimons are still really useful, but I think there's much more value in Millenniummon. That's why I actually run purple in this deck. Finally, Wolfclaw. We only run 1. Maybe we'll put 2. We just don't want to see this card ever, right? We don't ever want to see it. It's so hard for me to have a Chimeramon, Boltmon, Millenniummon, and to Wolfclaw for the Chimeramon. It's not that easy. Okay, a lot of things have to get in line to do that. That's why we only run one Wolf Claw. This is just and let's it's a last resort. This is how I play the Wolf Claw. Wolf Claw is a last resort card. Wolf Claw is I'm losing the game, but I have really good Digimon on the field, but I'm still losing the game. So what can I do? That's Wolf Claw. Wolf Claw is you have a good setup, but you're still gonna lose because you got rushed or whatever, and you just need something. Maybe a Chimeramon that can get rid of his level 5, or maybe anything that can get rid of his blocker. And plus, by the way, with Lilithmon, he's only 2 mana. Without Lilithmon, he's 4, which sucks. It's really bad. You can never use it. Like, it's so wonky to use. But with Lilithmon, it's only 2 mana. Or memory. So you get a Chimeramon off for 2 memory. You get that ability off, man. That can win you games. You know what I mean? So, really amazing. I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say about this deck. I literally made this deck 2 days ago. Been playtesting it a lot with Mr. Joe Dobby. He has a YouTube channel. Make sure you guys follow JODOBBI. So much fun. He has an amazing Metal Garurumon deck, and it was a lot of fun playing against him. And I don't know, man. When this deck sets up, it's just there's no answers. There's no answers. You can't answer my deck. You have to just play the game. The only way to beat this deck, okay? This is how I see it. The only way to beat this deck is you have to actually play your game the right way. You cannot answer my cards. Don't even think about answering my cards, because I will just roll over you. Every time you answer, oh, you got rid of Boltmon? Okay, come back. Oh my god, I got rid of everybody. Oh, you got rid of Boltmon? Okay, Matt, get him back. Oh my god. Destroyed everything. Anyways, guys, that was the deck. No, I destroyed it all. That was the deck, guys. I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say about this deck. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a dislike, whatever it is that you guys want to leave. Please leave it down below for me. I'll look into it. I'll see it. I'll cherish it. I'll play with it, and then I'll put it in a box somewhere. I love this deck, guys. Make sure you play this deck. Let me know your opinions. If you want to see some games, I've recorded some games. Maybe I'll toss them in another video. I don't want to make this video super long, but if you do want to see some games, I will probably upload some. Just leave a comment below. Tell me, hey, I want to see some games, and I'll leave like a video with all the games. Maybe fast forward it or something. Okay. Anyway, see you guys. Appreciate you here at the Potatonator. I love you guys so much. Bye bye.